Welcome to this explainer. Okay, I want you to close your eyes for just a second and picture this scene. Sunset is fast approaching, but the forest around you is blanketed in this terrifying, suffocating silence. There are no birds chirping, no animals rustling in the brush. Honestly, even the wind seems too afraid to blow. And right then, we enter Section 1, the terrifying Tataka forest. After a long, exhausting journey from Ayodhya, sage Vishwamitra suddenly stops in his tracks. He turns to a young Rama, breaking that eerie, dead silence with just one chilling sentence. Rama, this is the Tataka forest. It's like the very trees tremble just at the mention of the name. Rama looks around at the dead woods, completely stunned by the sheer aura of dread hanging in the air.
Which brings us to a pretty massive question. Who exactly is this Tataka? Why does just her name make mortals, and honestly, even gods, shudder in fear? To really understand that, we need to take a quick look backward.
Because when you look at the sheer devastation she caused, it's wild. This land wasn't always a barren graveyard. It actually used to be incredibly lush. Think of a beautiful sanctuary where sages performed sacred fires in absolute peace. But one single demoness twisted this entire paradise into a literal nightmare. Moving on to Section 2, the past of demoness Tataka. You know, every monster has an origin story, and Tataka's is actually a tragedy. She wasn't born this way at all. She was once a stunning, incredibly powerful yaksha. But she ended up drawing the wrath of sage Agastya, and because of that, she and her son Maricha were cursed. They physically warped into these monstrous, bloodthirsty demons. Her beauty was entirely replaced with pure rage, and she kicked off a terrifying campaign of destroying sacred rituals and actively hunting sages.
Which leads us to Section 3, Rama's dilemma on Dharma.
Now here is where the ethical core of our story really takes center stage. When sage Vishwamitra orders Rama to end Tataka, something fascinating happens. Rama actually freezes. He asks his guru, "She is a woman. Is it dharma to kill a woman?" Just think about the intense ethical struggle happening in his mind right now. Rama was raised with the highest societal virtues, taught to respect and protect women at absolutely all costs. But standing right in front of him is a mass murderer. So do you uphold a rigid societal rule, or do you stop a killer? It's a paralyzing moral paradox. And Vishwamitra's response? It completely redefines Rama's understanding of right and wrong. He tells him, Dharma does not see the form, it only sees duty. This right here is a profound ethical breakthrough. As a leader and a protector, your moral compass cannot be distracted by the gender or the outward form of an attacker. It has to be entirely focused on their actions and the innocent lives that are at stake. This is the absolute essence of Kshatriya Dhamma. The supreme duty is to protect the innocent from unrighteousness, or adharma. Allowing innocents to be slaughtered just to preserve your own personal moral comfort zone, well, that is in itself adharma. With this profound ethical clarity, Rama's hesitation vanishes entirely. He bows to his guru, fully accepting the absolute burden of duty.
Let's dive into Section 4, fulfilling duty and slaying Tataka.
The very moment Rama readies his bow, the earth literally shakes. The forest fills with dust as Tataka makes this monstrous entrance, roaring at the intruders. Rama calmly twangs his bowstring, a sound that, of course, only infuriates her even more. What follows is absolute chaos. Tataka uses dark magic to turn invisible, hurling a devastating rain of massive rocks from the sky as Rama and Lakshmana firmly stand their ground. Vishwamitra urges him to end it. Rama closes his eyes, and this is crucial. He isn't acting out of anger or vengeance here. He is acting purely on duty. He releases a single glowing arrow of dharma. Moving like lightning, it strikes true. With one final earth-shattering roar, the demoness falls, and a deafening silence returns to the forest. Bringing us to our final section, nature's rebirth and divine weapons. The moment she hits the ground, it's as if a dark, heavy spell is broken. The transformation is absolutely breathtaking. The oppressive black clouds instantly clear out, birds begin to sing again, dead branches suddenly sprout new green shoots, and deer bound back into the woods. The sages emerge from hiding, overjoyed as their sacred forest breathes its first breath of life in years. As the gods shower flowers from the heavens in celebration, Vishwamitra turns to his student with immense pride.
He tells him, "Today you haven't just killed a demon, you killed fear." Rama had passed his very first real test, proving his unwavering commitment to righteous duty over everything else.
As a reward for his incredible clarity and courage, Vishwamitra gifts Rama an arsenal of devastatingly powerful celestial weapons. We're talking cosmic-level power here, the Dharmachakra, the Agnyastra, the Varunastra. But Rama, ever humble, accepts them with a silent vow. These absolute powers will never be used for ego, they will only ever be used for the protection of Dharma. Slaying Tataka was a monumental first victory, for sure. But in reality, it was just the warm-up. The true threat still looms over Vishwamitra's yagna, Tataka's monstrous, grief-fueled sons, Maricha and Subahu. So how will Rama face off against this impending demonic nightmare? And how will he unveil his true prowess to the rest of the world? Well, that's a battle you definitely won't want to miss. Thanks so much for joining this explainer, and stay curious.